Hey guys, it's Allie. Not Allison, just Allie. Um, so today I got some news from my aunt. Y'all all know her, Nikki. She's A1, right? And her daughter, my cousin, um, recently fell victim to the MoMo challenge. And it pissed me the fuck off. For lack of better words, it pissed me off. Because somebody or something is out there terrorizing children for the sake of like internet clout or something. And it's honestly disgusting. It's the same thing that happened with the Blue Whale Challenge a couple years back. It's revolting. It really is. And it's fucking stupid. And personally, when the thing first came out, I was thinking, well, nobody I know is stupid enough to fall for that. You know? Nobody I know is dumb enough to do that shit for clout or to make friends, right? And I especially didn't think that my cousin, who is 12, would ever be exposed to something like this, considering she's homeschooled. Like, it's just absolutely disgusting and absolutely revolting. And I don't know who the fuck decided this was a good idea. But I would like to say to the participants of the MoMo challenge, it's not going to get you popular. It's really not. It's not going to make people like you, and it's not going to make you a supermodel, whatever the fuck they said that it was on the challenge thing. I'm not going to do the challenge. I'm not going to look up the phone numbers or text or call, whatever the fuck. And I'm saying whatever the fuck, knowing it is a person, but someone who can do something like that to children is inhumane and therefore not a fucking person to me. I'm sorry, that's just the way my brain thinks, alright? Whoever the fuck is behind this needs to know that they are a piece of shit and they deserve the worst that the world has to offer. As someone who's experienced the worst that the world has to offer, you deserve it, bitch. I don't care what your fucking gender is. I don't care who the fuck you are, who the fuck you think you are. You deserve nothing but torture and death. Go fuck yourself, honestly. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's absolutely just the idea of it. They're telling children to cut themselves, to turn on stoves, to stick forks in light sockets, to stab their parents in their sleep. What the fuck, right? Now, when I was around that age, 10 to 12, the thing that was big was the cinnamon challenge, which again was dangerous. The cinnamon challenge, the condom challenge, where you put it in your nose and pull it out through your mouth, also dangerous. Suffocation hazards. The salt and ice challenge. What the fuck is wrong with humanity, honestly? Like, I can understand the kids that are younger than 10 not understanding that that's just somebody behind a screen being a piece of shit. But you would think that kids that were older than that would understand. Granted, my cousins are highly autistic, and there's not very much that makes them know that certain people are shitty or certain people don't have their best interests in mind. And it's absolutely disgusting to take advantage of children, especially special needs children. Like, what the fuck? As an educator and as a childcare provider, I am appalled and I'm fucking livid. It's just, I'm going to try to quell my anger. I have a list in the comments down below of safe YouTube channels for children, things that I know are okay for kids to watch because it's stuff that I watch regularly. I have tasteless ideas, I know, but I just, and it's just disgusting to me and absolutely horrific. And the like Peppa Pig YouTube videos where they're showing the grotesque scenes of popular children's characters murdering or committing suicide or other things like that. I'm gonna be honest here. At around 5 to 8 years old, I was religiously watching Happy Tree Friends, as was my sister and all of my cousins that were around my age at that time. So I don't really understand that, or like the thought process between parents being pissy at that. Like, y'all watched what, Tom and Jerry at that age, like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. The real problem here is the adults that go out of their way to scare the shit out of and permanently traumatize these kids. Like, the grotesque violence, I really don't see why that's such a big idea. Like, I don't know about you, my kids like to watch, like, The Walking Dead. We skip past the risque parts with, like, bodies and stuff. Or, like, Z Nation. We switched over to that after the first season of Walking Dead because the first season was a lot safer than the rest of Walking Dead. My kids like to watch slasher flicks, like things that are safer, you know? Blood, guts, and gore we don't really have a problem with in this house. It's more things like sexual things or extreme language that we kind of find iffy. So, you know, safer horror movies are okay-ish for them. Like, It was a big one in our house, and the boys really enjoyed it. But, like, Happy Tree Friends, they've been watching that since they were little, right? We don't have a problem with gore in this house. What we do have a problem with is emotional and psychological manipulation from adults into getting these kids to harm themselves and others. It's, I've ranted for long enough. I'm just gonna post this video, and then I'm gonna go take a fucking nap because I am pissed. Unsubfucking-scribe, dislike this video, fucking leave a hate comment down below. That's just the kind of mood I'm in. I'm honestly appalled and disgusted, and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this information now that I know it is actually affecting people that I know, and that I know that it is being spread throughout elementary schools, and at any point in time my kids can be exposed to this bullshit. This is why I have screen time limits. Like, this is why. In my house, we don't turn on any screens until afternoon. Up until then, you need to be taking your ass the fuck outside. You need to go get some sunshine, get your vitamin D in, and chill. Afternoon, and after lunch, we can maybe watch a movie or two, or some YouTube videos. And it's always on the Xbox, on the big screen, in the middle of the living room. I'm watching with them. Like, I'm keeping everything contained, but I'm not with them 100% of the time. I do not have sole custody of them. I don't have, like, there's just a whole lot of shit going on. And the fact that this is now spreading into schools is a big issue. And even kids that I know that are homeschooled are being exposed to this. So, moral of the story. You might just want to have your kids watch something that's in the comments down below. I will list it right here so you don't have to read it. Moriah, M-O-R-I-A-H, Elizabeth, spelled just like Elizabeth. Moriah Elizabeth is a good YouTube channel for kids. She's snarky and she's funny, and you will enjoy watching her. Nerdy Crafter, so N-E-R-D, capital E, Crafter, right? Nerdy Crafter, another really funny, snarky YouTube channel. It's okay for kids to watch, and it's also funny for you to watch. Toy Talk Talk is something that the kids that I watch that are younger really enjoy. It's mostly like the kinetic sand cutting or molding things out of kinetic sand or playing with Play-Doh. Ryan's Toy Review is another big one that a lot of younger kids genuinely enjoy. Things like, I don't know. Those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head that the kids watch regularly in the house. SciShow. SciShow is perfectly fine. SciShow Kids is perfectly fine. Crash Course, perfectly fine. Anything with the Green brothers, Hank or John Green, is usually pretty good. Just generally, those are the ones that I can think of. Toy Talk Talk. I know I said it already, but I want to make sure you know what I'm saying. TOYTOC. That's the full channel name, Toy Talk Talk. And they really enjoy that. They have the characters, Peppa Pig and all that other stuff, and they're a safe channel. I watch it regularly. Just generally things like that. Clean Vine comps, like the Abby family, are hilarious. Bat Dad is hilarious. Just stuff like that. They're safe. They're funny. You can watch them as an adult and enjoy it. Abby family is EHBEE, and then family. Bat Dad is like Batman, but replace the man with dad, so BATMAN. Yeah, just I'm giving you some options so you know what to do and what to watch. And the fact that this has infiltrated YouTube Kids is really concerning. I never downloaded YouTube Kids to begin with. I always had the idea that I'm going to be watching them while the kids are watching them anyway. So there was really no point for me to do that. Just watch your kids. Be careful. Make sure you are monitoring what they are doing. YouTube has a history feature. If you go onto your channel settings and go to library, you can look or scroll up if you're on a mobile device, and there should be a history, and you can rewatch all those videos. You can just skim through it by double tapping on the right side of your screen to every 10 seconds, just skimming through if you need to. What else can you do? I don't really use online. Like, you can skim through on console. I don't use my computer much, but on a console you can just skim through by highlighting the motion bar or like the progress bar on the bottom, and just skim through, and it'll show you pictures of scene by scene by scene by scene. And again, look at your history. Make sure your kids are watching the safe things. Make sure you always have the passwords to their accounts. Now, for kids that are over the age of like 14, 15, step it back a little bit. If something seems to be bothering them, make sure to be talking to your children. Don't just take things away, because that's how you get your kids even more into doing this dumb shit. I'm not that far off from being a teenager. I remember specifically my parents telling me not to do something, and that made me want to do it. That's just how fucking teenagers work. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. You need to be softer with your kids. You need to listen to them and respect them as human beings. I know, weird, right? It just... I've given you some options in this video for things that are safe for you to do, ways to monitor what your children are watching and listening to, and just generally take care of your kids. If your kids are into things like gaming videos, I don't remember watching Tobuscus as much recently, but a while ago when I was younger, Tobuscus was a huge YouTuber back then, and I was really into him. He had genuinely good content, and it was, pretty good. He does have a potty mouth, but he tends to censor it with beeps, so it's fine anyway. I'm trying to think. Things that, I don't know, man. Jack's Films has always been really funny to me, and yeah, some of his things are a little bit more risque in the idea of, like, language, but I don't have a problem with cursing in the house. As long as you're not doing it to hurt somebody or at someone, it's fine. I don't know. Just generally take care of your kids. Watch them. Pay attention to them. Yeah. That's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna go now before I have a fucking pulmonary embolism. Peace.